What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with 5 wrestlers who I think should defeat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions, or at least one of the best, in my opinion. He has solidified his reign by beating everybody that's come up against him thus far in his reign, and he's on track to becoming one of the longest reigning Intercontinental Championships, assuming he does beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. When I think that's around September, so they'll probably extend his reign up until that point. But it just got me thinking. He has been holding that championship for quite a while now, and it made me think: who do I feel like should be the one to have that honor and prestige to beat him for the Intercontinental Championship? And then as soon as you do that, you could send Gunther up to the main event title scene, whether it's on for the World Heavyweight title or the Undisputed Championship. We will see. But I have at least 5 names, and I might do like an honorable mention maybe, but so I'm gonna leave it down to 5. So number 5, we gotta go with Drew McIntyre. Now, if Drew McIntyre does come back as a face, I do think this one-on-one feud will be something that both competitors can sink their teeth into. And we've seen a little bit of what they could do at Mania, and I would love to see them run it back once again, but in a one-on-one capacity instead of a triple threat capacity. So I think he would be like the biggest threat, I feel like, to his title, if we're being honest. So, with that being said, I had to put Drew in this. We don't know what the status is of Drew right now, but I do think that could be a good first feud for him if when he does come back eventually. But number 5, I gotta go with Drew McIntyre. Number 4, I gotta go with one Matt Riddle. Now we all know, according right now, as it stands right now, and right now as far as WWE programming as of right now, he is feuding with Imperium right now. So I think this one is one that I do feel like could definitely elevate Matt Riddle in the long run, because I feel like him going up against Matt Riddle and Matt Riddle going up against Gunther, I think that can do wonders for both sides, for both parties, in my opinion. It could definitely give somebody, Gunther, another person to add to his collection or belt or reign. But if he was to win it, I think it would be a shock, because I mean, Matt Riddle isn't a joke in my opinion. I think he is a very serious competitor, whoever he goes up against. So I definitely feel that him versus Gunther could be a great match to set up. I think we might be getting that match at Money in the Bank, or maybe they might extend it till possibly SummerSlam. But number 4, I have to go with Matt Riddle. Number 3, I have to go with Ilya Draganov. Num yeah, because here's the thing: Ilya Draganov and Gunther have had their battles before in NXT UK. In fact, Ilya Draganov is the one that beat Gunther to become the NXT UK champion. And I feel like if you play that up, and you kind of use that feud that they've had, it's definitely going to elevate both parties. It's going to make Ilya Dragunov into a star. Having him beat someone like Gunther is going to make him a star and a made man in the company. So I feel like, and here's the thing, and I did hear there were rumors that they could be bringing Ilya Dragunov up at some point in the near future, and he's gonna be part of Imperium as like the 4th member. Now you can do like how they kind of did with the Bloodline a little bit, but then I feel like instead of kicking him out, he kind of just gets tired of certain things, and Ilya Dragunov leaves. Gunther is not really okay with him leaving and everything like that, and you have a feud, and you build that, you amp it up, and then what you do is have Gunther drop the title to Ilya Dragunov. So that means Ilya Dragunov is going to be like that one guy that just has Gunther's number. I feel like in every person's career, they have that one person that has their number and they can never get a win over. With Roman, it's Seth. So it's always been one of those type of scenarios where you can go back on and like, yeah. So I feel like that's something they could do. So number 3, I have Ilya Dragunov. Number 2, I have to go with Johnny Gargano. I feel like Gunther, in my opinion, he's just like Brock Lesnar in a way. He works well with smaller opponents, We've seen Brock do well with going up against small opponents. We've seen it with him in AJ. We've seen it with him in Finn. We've seen it with Daniel Bryan. We've seen him go up against these smaller competitors, and they can put up some great hard-hitting, barn-burning matches because you can build up that David versus Goliath storyline. And I believe, as a wrestling fan, that's a story that a lot of people can easily sink their teeth into because it's the guy that's trying to go up against insurmountable odds and building himself up to show that he's not afraid to go up against bigger opponents, to prove that he can actually go up against someone of the caliber of Gunther, no matter what it will cause him, what if it's physical pain, whatever he has to go through to win that title. And I feel like Johnny Gargano definitely gives me Daniel Bryan vibes in a way. Because if you look through his work that he did at NXT, you can easily see that this guy is somebody that they can build up as like a true underdog babyface. And I would love to see him versus someone like Gunther. I would love to see Johnny Gargano versus Brock Lesnar. I would love to see Johnny Gargano go up against some of these bigger names and really cement his spot in WWE and put his name really on the map. And I think a win over Gunther can definitely be the first step to cementing his legacy in WWE outside of the NXT universe. So with number 2, I gotta go with Johnny Gargano. And number 1, the guy that I want to win, the one that I feel like should beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, and that's Chad Gable. Chad Gable, he is like a young Kurt Angle. He has that amateur wrestling background. We've seen the strength that he has, even as a smaller opponent. And this kind of plays into what we said with Johnny. He's a smaller opponent, and Gunther and Brock Lesnar could go up against, have great matches with smaller opponents. We made the case for Johnny, and now we're going to make the case for Chad Gable. Now, we've seen Chad Gable's strength, even as a smaller opponent. Look what he did at WrestleMania. That got one of the biggest pops of the entire WrestleMania weekend. Him suplexing Braun Strowman, who is pretty much twice this guy's size, but literally picked the guy up and hit him with a suplex. That is a star-making moment for me, in my opinion. And I feel like if they were to do that, they should play up on that fact that he did have a star-making moment, expand upon that, have him string together some wins against some bigger names or maybe former opponents of Gunther to prepare him to go up against Gunther, to let them know, to let Chad Gable know, this is what you're going to have to go through if you want to win this championship. This is the pain that you're going to have to endure to win this championship. And we can see some different vignettes of him training, whether if he's and everything like that. Have like a training vignette, him doing like a little motivation speech or whatever the case may be, preparing himself, hyping him up, and getting the fans behind him as he go up against someone as big and powerful and strong as Gunther is. And we build that up, and we could do it at a big show like SummerSlam. Me personally, I wouldn't even be mad if they did this at a WrestleMania. This match deserves to be on a WrestleMania, in my opinion. So it just depends on how it doesn't matter the pay-per-view, but I'm telling you, you put this on any pay-per-view, you build it up, you book Chad Gable right, they can put on a banger of a match. They can have a great match just like Gunther and Sheamus did at Clash. They can have a great match just like that. So I feel like if you book him right, I know they're giving him more TV time, which is a good first step, but giving him more credible wins is only going to do wonders for him, in my opinion. And that's who I believe should beat Gunther to become the Intercontinental Champion, and that is Chad Gable. But comment down below, let me know, who do you guys think should beat Gunther to become Intercontinental Champion? Do you feel like anybody on my list has a case, and do you feel like any people that I listed or named in this video should beat Gunther? Why or why not? If you do agree with me, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. I love having these conversations with you guys, and it definitely is very cool to interact with my fans and everything like that. But I really want to know who you guys think should beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Also, leave a like on this video. It helps out in the algorithm to help people, so I can get more exposure on my videos, so more people can see what I'm doing over here on YouTube. Also, please subscribe to the channel. It definitely goes a long way. We're trying to get to that 1K mark. We're at 512 right now, so please, please, please subscribe to the channel if you're loving the content. Whether if you're a wrestling fan, horror fan, gaming fan, whatever. If you like all of them, please do that. Also, hit that post notification bell so every time I post a new video, because you never know when I'm gonna pop up and do a random video like this, or what if it's a reaction video, rant video, live stream. You definitely want to be one of the first people to be in the loop when I drop these videos. But I appreciate you guys kicking with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.